It's crunch time for campaign 2020 with less than 8 weeks to go. Margaret Brennan, moderator of Face the Nation, joins us now. And Margaret, the 2020 presidential election now in full swing, with some states even already starting the early voting process. So what should Americans know about the security of our elections in 2020?
Well, people need to know it's not election night, it's going to be election week, because it's going to take time to count those votes. As you said, some of them happening early and through mail-in process, so it could take longer to tabulate. But what we also know is, and we learned this week from both Microsoft and the U.S. Treasury, is that there are attempts to interfere with the campaigns and specifically to spread false information about Joe Biden's campaign. That is something that Russia is directing, and the U.S. Treasury put sanctions on a Russian agent for his work on that issue. So this is something that we're going to try to put in perspective, because voters need to be armed with information. The prime concern of one of this country's top intelligence officials, Sue Gordon, who will join us on Sunday, is not that election systems could be tampered with, but rather that voters could get bad information or not trust the results. So we want to arm voters with information about how to prepare to cast their votes safely and to talk about how this is going to work.
All right, Margaret, and both of the campaigns so far, of course, making reference to the timing of a COVID vaccine. The White House suggesting it could be here and ready to administer by November. What do you think the likelihood of that is?
It is not likely that you and I will be able to go get a shot in the arm until 2021. We continue to hear that from health officials. But what we could know by November is whether there's a vaccine that works. Pfizer's CEO will be with us on Sunday. He has said that even as soon as the end of October, he will know what their own internal studies show, the trials of their vaccine. But remember, that just begins a time clock for the U.S. government to approve it, and that will take time. So it's not as quick and easy. You may get a surprise headline in October or November that could be very useful, in particular to the Trump administration and the political campaign, which is why you had FDA officials come out in a really remarkable letter this week and say the scientists will not bend to political pressure. We're going to talk about how safe a vaccine will be and what you need to know and what that process is to make sure it's safe with Dr. Scott Gottlieb, the former FDA commissioner.
A lot of important information viewers need to know on Sunday. Margaret, thank you so much for joining us. And of course, you can join Margaret for Face the Nation on Sunday morning at 10:30. That's